Hey guys, what's up? Games here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to install a virtual machine. So a virtual machine is basically you have a host and a guest. So the host is your main OS, which is what's back here. This is my main OS, and these are my guest OSs. So to start, I'm going to, I don't know, let's do Parrot OS because that one's really easy. Parrot OS, second. Actually, I'm going to do the home edition of Parrot OS. So because I know that Parrot OS is a Debian-based operating system, I'm going to set it to be Linux and Debian-based, which is just a flavor. So basically, this depends on how much memory is in your computer, the RAM. Basically, I have 32 gigs, so I'm going to dedicate 8 gigs to it, which is 8,192. Now the hard drive. I always pick create a virtual hard disk now, and then VDI, this VirtualBox disk image, and I pick dynamically located, and I'll just set it to like 25, because you know. So now that we have that set up, you'll see this right here, which if you launch it, it's not going to do anything. It's going to open up and ask you, select the startup disk. There's a few more things we need to do, so we're just going to power it off. So we're going to go into the settings system. I'm going to give it 2 CPUs, which is 2 cores of my CPU. And I'm going to go down to storage, click this, and hit choose a disk file. So now I'm already inside my disk stuff, which is fine because I have a bunch of stuff, a bunch of different OSs that I have, but we're going to be choosing the Parrot OS and the Home Edition. So general, it just tells you where it's stored and all that good stuff. You can encrypt the disk and stuff. Simple stuff. System, processor acceleration, and memory. Can always upgrade to this stuff later. Display, can crank that up. Enable 3D acceleration. Graphics controller, can change all that good stuff. Doesn't really matter. The storage, you can actually add multiple disks. Audio, have certain audio device you want to have it set to. Networking, this is going to be a different topic for another day because there's actually a whole bunch here. Serial ports, you don't need to worry about that. USB controllers. So if you have like a USB hub, you can actually share that USB hub with the host and the guest operating system. You can share folders between them and a user interface. It just changes the icons all here. Perfect. Now we got that. We're going to start it up. Now that it's started, a lot of these aren't going to be as simple as that. Now that it's started though, we have been introduced to the grub. So we're going to hit try and install, /install. We're going to full screen that. Notice how we're going to it. We're going in it, Parasec, starts up, just kind of waiting. And here we are on the desktop. You can install Parrot OS from here. Would you, if you actually do install it on a laptop or something, you actually have to set it to legacy mode. So different BIOSes have different legacy modes. You can install it from here or just try it out. So like say if you're not really wanting to use it and you're just testing it out, you don't have to install it. You can put it on a flash drive and work from this. So for example, if I was do ifconfig, you see that this is the IP that my router decided to give it, 10.0.2.15. Not a big deal. It works just like any other browser, any other browser. Works like any other um computer would. You can browse the internet on it. So go into the control center and change the display to a larger display. 1920 by 1080. Apply, view, full screen. Keep this. Apply, keep, close. And here we are. Able to do all the stuff that we ever wanted to do. You have a non-surf. You can actually check. Yes. Okay. Now if I was to check my IP address. You can't get it. So basically, it's very nice to have stuff like this handy if you're more into computers and wanting to go into network security. Like if I wanted to do Wireshark, I have to install it real quick. You use sudo apt-get install Wireshark, and ta-da, Wireshark is installing. Now, I'm not going to let it finish because I don't need it on here, but it's just the point of concept that you can do pretty much anything with the virtual machine and still have your host OS in the background, and it's unharmed. So like, say if you're testing software that you don't know if it's malicious, you can install it on a guest operating system, run test, and it won't harm your main OS. I'm actually in college to do this kind of stuff, so it's actually really cool to me. I've been doing this since I was like 13. I've always had an interest in doing stuff like this, so I enjoy it, and I hope you guys do too. If you guys do have any questions, please leave a like, comment, and ask questions. I'll be more than glad to answer them as best as I can, and if you need help, join the Discord server. I will be more than welcome to guide you through it personally.